Disclaimer. This show is for discussion and entertainment purposes only. The Finding Gnosis show is a platform for open discussion, exploration, and opinion sharing. The views expressed by hosts, guests, and participants are personal opinions and do not constitute professional, medical, legal, or financial advice. All topics discussed are only intended to spark curiosity, entertain, and encourage independent thought. If any subject interests you, we strongly advise conducting your own thorough research using reliable and professional sources. Critical thinking and due diligence is key. Stay curious, stay informed, be well, be lucky, and don't be an arsehole.
Through the cosmic indifference and through despair, we dig for meaning that might be there. No promises of comfort or bliss, just truths we strive not to dismiss. This is the Finding Gnosis show, where illusions break and deeper truths grow. Philosophy and thought light the way through the dark toward a brighter day. Not endless struggle, but a fight worth the cost, seeking the meaning we thought was lost. Pessimism asks, why even try? We answer with questions reaching the sky. A critique of the systems, the myths we hold, a reflection on truths both stark and bold. Depressive realism clears the haze, while hope takes root in critical gaze. We search for a path, no matter how steep, to find the truths that lay buried deep. This is the Finding Gnosis show, where illusions break and deeper truths grow. Philosophy and thought light the way through the dark toward a brighter day. Not endless struggle, but a fight worth the cost, seeking the meaning we thought was lost. Promise ease, we don't promise rest, but a journey to uncover what's best. In cosmic indifference we still find might, to question, to change, and to ignite. Welcome to Finding Gnosis, where truth takes a stand. Together we search, together we understand. Through reflection, critique, and bold exploration, we strive for meaning and revelation. The journey begins, the truth will unfold. This is the Finding Gnosis show.
Yeah, hello everybody, and welcome. This is the Finding Gnosis show. First of all, thank you to our sponsors, David, Chickpea, and Brother Marcus. Thank you for fueling the journey towards Gnosis, guys. And if you'd like to help people, you can become a member of the channel. Clicking the link below, it would be appreciated. It would help cover overheads. Anyway, today we are talking about sound, frequency, and the hidden power of music. Can we get a sound check? I suppose that would be a good thing to do, given that we are doing a show about sound. So if you are there and you're able to, please comment in the chat, say hi, and let us know that you can hear us. There's about 3 of you in the live chat at the moment, so welcome. Hopefully we will be joined soon enough by newcomers, and we can really get going. So if you'd like to join the show, the panel that is, you can do so by using the link in the YouTube live chat. We're also live on x.com and Facebook as well. So welcome if you're watching there. This is the Finding Gnosis show, and it's episode 27 already, number 27. So we are becoming very well acquainted with each other, aren't we, at this stage? And it's nice to see the community growing. We are having newbies all the time, and hopefully together we are trying to get somewhere. I believe we already have an incomer, Grim Opus. Hello, Grim Opus. How are you doing, sir? Grim Opus, are you there?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
You're going to have to get a better microphone, Grim.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing? You all right?
Yes. Are you?
Good. Not too bad, sir. Not too bad. Thank you for asking. So what I was going to do was I was going to do a presentation first. It's only a small little one just to keep things moving. And then after that, we'll have a general discussion. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. So we will see where it takes us. Grim, when you're not talking, can you please mute yourself? Because there's a lot of background noise there. Thank you very much. So there's only a couple watching. I don't know how popular this topic is. So we'll see. We might not get that many viewers today. But how and ever, we do try and tackle everything on this channel, even stuff that is a bit out there, you know, in terms of popularity. So welcome again to the number 27, the 27th episode of the Finding Gnosis show. And today we are talking about music, sound, vibration, and frequency, and their effects possibly on our psyche, on our well-being, on society, their meaning, etc. Good evening to Brother Marcus. Salutations, sir. Thank you for saying hello and showing us that you are present. And thank you again for being a member of the community. So if anybody else wants to join, the link is in the on the screen below. You can clearly see it. It says join. And I do appreciate it. So yeah, what are we talking about today? Well, this is, I suppose, more than a conversation about music. It's an exploration of sound as a force, a metaphysical and scientific language that has shaped the evolution of consciousness. Does that sound good? For centuries, music was not just heard. It was experienced. It was used for healing. It was used in rituals and ceremonies. It was daylights out of others. It was used in war. It was used for awakening. Every culture, every tradition knew that sound was sacred. It was used for celebration, for mourning. And perhaps what we've lost in modern times is a reverence for sound. But today, hopefully, through our deep dive, or at least an attempt at diving into ancient wisdom and modern science, maybe just perhaps, hopefully, we will rediscover the power of sound. Okay, so we will go on with this presentation here, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to the foundations of sound and vibration. Okay, so yeah, long before words, sound was the primal force that connected humanity to the cosmos. Ancient cultures understood that sound was not merely heard, but felt deeply within, serving as a gateway to higher consciousness. The ancient echo, long before words were sound, Long before words, there was sound. Before the script and the scroll, before the stories and the songs, there was the pulse, the rhythm, and the vibration. The ancients didn't listen to sound. They felt it. They knew it. Sound was not entertainment. It was initiation. It was intuition. It was what was. Think back to our animal ancestry and our heightened sense of awareness and how keen we were on sounds and how they helped our survival. From the temple chants of Egypt to the Bija mantras of India, from Tibetan singing bowls to the primal drumming of tribal ceremonies, sound has always been used to shift consciousness and open apparent gateways. It has been considered sacred, transformative, and at times dangerous. A study published in Scientific Reports examined the neurophysiological correlates of religious chanting, and the findings suggest that such practices can increase neural oscillations in the delta band, particularly in the posterior cingulate cortex, a region associated with internally directed thought and consciousness. So it seems sound is beneficial to introspection, to understanding self, to connecting with what is from your experience of reality. Chanting mantras helps to heal the body, protect the mind, and manifest human desires by connecting the person who is chanting with the divine. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is according to the Harvard Divinity Bulletin. So yes, hello to Scott. We are doing about sound and frequency today. So yes, if you know anything about it, please step up. If you don't know anything about it, please step up. It's all you're all welcome here. We can share the journey towards Gnosis together. So the science of vibration, everything moves, okay? It's at the foundation of all matter, okay? Vibration. Physics tells us everything from the smallest atom to galaxies to me and you vibrate at specific frequencies. This isn't speculation. This isn't philosophy. Apparently, if you have the right tools, which I don't have on me at the moment, it's measurable. When we perceive sound, we are actually translating patterns of vibration into auditory perception. Even thoughts and emotions have frequency. Studies show that love, gratitude, and compassion apparently emit higher energetic vibrations than fear, anger, or shame. So when we speak of sound healing, apparently we're not being poetic, we're being literal. Frequency affects biology, neurology, and consciousness. Apparently there have been studies showing that even in the worlds of plants, in the world of flora, if you speak loving words to plants, apparently up close and personal, if you tell them lovely things, apparently they are more likely to grow without any terrible problems. But if you choose to shout hate or negative words at the plants to demean them in any way, apparently it's said that the plants have a tendency to droop and grow in a way that cannot be said to be flourishing, which is an interesting thing. And apparently that's true. I don't know. We can look it up later if you want to. So yeah, we will be looking perhaps later on when we delve into this a bit more after this presentation into the modern physics that may reveal that everything in the universe is in a constant state of vibration. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, this interconnectedness of energy and frequency shapes our reality and influences our emotional physical states. And we'll be looking into this perhaps later if you want to, in relation to sound, okay? And what exactly sound does to us and what it does to our environment around us when it is emitted from us. So yeah, the science of vibration. Everything moves. At the root of all matter is motion. Everything vibrates, and vibration is can be seen as sound. Okay, it can be measured as sound in slow motion. Modern physics confirms what mystics have said for millennia. Everything is energy, and energy expresses itself in frequencies. Atoms vibrate, cells resonate, thoughts carry frequencies, and emotions have measurable energetic signatures. When we speak of sound, we're not just talking about what enters the ear. We're talking about a force that interacts with the very fabric of who we are. Research into cymatics, the study of visible sound and vibration, demonstrates that sound frequencies can create intricate geometric patterns in physical mediums like sand and water. This visualization underscores how sound influences matter. So yes, cymatics is the study of sound and vibration made visible, typically on the surface of a plate, diaphragm, or membrane. I don't know if you've ever looked at videos about that. Hopefully we will get time to later, and we can see that yes, different sounds produce different patterns, thus proving an effect on the physical world. Different frequencies, different emissions of different kinds of sounds produce different patterns. And Brother Marcus says kindness to plants. And I have to say that me and Brother Marcus are vegan here, so we have to perhaps be a little bit worried about matters. But however, you can't get everything right in this crazy world we're in, but we try our best. We try our best. So we will go on now to the tuning controversy: 432 hertz vs 440 hertz. Apparently, there's a debate between these two different frequencies. So you've got the 432 hertz and the 440 hertz. Now these are frequencies that sound is emitted at, and the debate is around music, I believe. Let's have a look at this. Most music today is based on a standard 440 hertz established in the early 20th century. However, many researchers and musicians advocate for a return to 432 hertz, which is said to be in resonance with the Schumann resonance, which is the Earth's background frequency, and the natural harmonics of the body. Studies have shown that music at 432 hertz can reduce heart rate more effectively than 440 hertz. Listeners describe it as more relaxing, harmonious, and emotionally resonant. Is it subtle? Yes. But as energy beings, these subtleties matter. Okay. So I suppose if you're being if these frequencies are in your vicinity long term, it does matter, I suppose. Even if the effect is subtle, it does matter that there is an effect. So yes, 432 hertz tuned music has been associated with a decrease in heart rate and increased subjective calmness, according to the Journal of Health and Wellness. Okay. Now, so yeah, not all sound is created equal, and not all music is tuned to heal or is tuned to your well-being. Western music today is predominantly tuned to 440 hertz, the standard set in the 20th century. However, some argue that 432 hertz, an alternative tuning known known as Verdi's A, is more aligned with the natural resonance of the universe, the Earth's frequency, and even ancient architectural structures like the Great Pyramid. Okay, and that was from the Unscience Publishers. And there's a study titled EEG Research of Music Impact Tuned on 432 hertz pitch versus 440 hertz effect on listeners. And now this study found that music tuned to 432 hertz was associated with a decrease in mean heart rate, as I said, compared to 440 hertz, suggesting a potential calming effect. And another study indicated that 432 hertz tuned music led to a slight decrease in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Although the changes were not statistically significant, there was an effect. So yes, 432 hertz tune music was associated with a slight decrease of mean systolic and diastolic blood pressure values and a marked decrease in the mean of heart rate. I think that's very, very significant information, folks. So perhaps it's something we should look into. Perhaps we should be trying to listen to music that comes to us on the frequency that is 432 hertz. Is this something you've heard about, Brother Grimm, if you're still there?
I don't know how much about it I should talk about actually. Even if I
Do you know about this particular phenomenon that there's modern music is particularly tuned to 440 hertz? Did you know about that?
I think I should reveal very little of what I know. Perhaps I should just get in the habit of it actually.
So you're coming on here to say you don't want to say what you know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, even if I do say it, I mean, so what? I guess it's not like.
Thank you for your considerate interjection there, Brother Grimm. I appreciate it. What I will do at this juncture, guys, is I'm going to look up this on Google, our trusty Google, and see if we can find information on this matter, because I've never heard of this before. Have any of you ever heard of this before? 440 hertz versus, was it 430? I can't see the screen right now. Is it 432? Was that it? 432, yeah, 432 hertz. Okay, I'm just looking it up now. Okay. Okay, so 440 hertz has been the international standard actually since 1939, apparently. Okay. Let me see if I can find a YouTube video. I've got a video here by a guy called Sebastian. So let me just see if this is any good. Sebastian Ruzicki. We are going to show your video, Sebastian. So hopefully it's going to be good. I will share this now, guys. Just one moment. And hello to anybody who's just joined us. Today we are looking at sound. Okay. Can you see that there, Seb? This is a channel by Sebastian Rizuki. I will subscribe to him. There you go, Sebastian. You got a subscriber. I would urge you all to subscribe to this person, and hopefully it will be beneficial. So here we go, guys.
Now the stream will be taken down in 3.
Video. Let's do something a little bit different and talk about the differences between tuning to 440 versus 432. That's interesting. Now, tuning A to 440 is a standard now, but during like the Baroque classical period, tuning was never a standard. It varied from country to country, from city to city, from music era to music era. So today is where we actually tune to 440, but I don't know. Maybe this 432 is going to do something. So tuning to A 432 seems to be gaining popularity lately. I don't really know what the differences would be between tuning to 440 and 432 other than the slight pitch variation. So I decided to record myself playing a couple pieces, short pieces, small snippets of pieces, and tuning one guitar to 432 and the other to 440 to see if there's actually a big difference. From what I've been kind of understanding, 432 is supposed to be like more in tune with the earth and everything because it lines up more to something. I don't really know. But I thought I'd maybe give it a try. So here it is.
I don't know where Grim went, but Grim, you can come back if you want. There is A at 440 hertz, guys. Sebastian here is playing it, and I think it sounds okay. It sounds good. He's sounding very nice. Now this is at 432. Okay. I'm just going to go back and hear it at 440. At 442. Do you 440? Or 32. Do you know what, guys? I'm not going to lie. I am getting something. I'm getting it. I'm getting a nicer feeling when I listen to the 432. I don't know about you guys. Do any of you notice anything significant there, guys, in the slight difference? I'm genuinely preferring the 432 hertz, but let's keep going and see what happens. Yeah, I'm significantly preferring 432. This is really weird, and I never knew about this before tonight, so this is interesting. Thank you, Sebastian. He's doing very well.
Well, there it is. There it is. 432 versus 440. Did you hear a difference? Were you in tune with the earth a little more? I can tell you I wasn't. I wasn't at all. A little bit lower, and I wasn't in tune with the earth while playing, while recording, while listening, none of that. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep tuning to standard 440. maybe when the concerts start rolling up again, I'll tune to 432 sometimes and see if anyone even notices a difference. But that's going to be it for me. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. Also, check out my Patreon, link down below. And I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you,
Peace.
Sebastian. We'll have a look at your channel to do you the courteous of, there you go, Sebastian Rizuki. That's his channel. He's got a load of videos there on guitar technique. So I am subscribed. I do like to have a little go now and again on the guitar, as and when I can be bothered. So thank you to Sebastian. All right, we'll go onwards. And where are we? So, yes, moving on. I'll make the slide big again. There we go. So we will go on now to something I have never heard of before. Perhaps you have. It's called the Solfeggio frequencies. Okay, I didn't know about anything about this before putting this together. So yeah, the Solfeggio frequencies are 6 tones believed to have been used in ancient sacred music, particularly Gregorian chants. Okay, so these frequencies include 396 hertz. Okay, apparently this was utilized to liberate guilt and fear. And then there was the 417 hertz, which was the undoing of situations and the facilitating of change. And then there's a 528 hertz, which is apparently for DNA repair and healing and transformation. 639 hertz, which is for harmonizing relationships. 741 hertz, which is for awakening intuition. And 963 hertz, which is for activating higher consciousness. Okay, so yeah, Solfeggio frequencies are believed to hold ancient healing properties, each tone resonating with apparently specific aspects of human experience. These frequencies, once lost to time, are now apparently being rediscovered for their potential therapeutic benefits. So, Chickpea, you know what to do, darling. Start looking at the Solfeggio frequencies and what they can do for you. So, yes, ancient tones whispered through time, said to hold the keys to spiritual awakening. The Solfeggio frequencies are a set of specific tones, okay, as I've mentioned, believed to be encoded in ancient Gregorian chants. Each frequency is linked to specific healing and spiritual effects. Now, I have to say, sometimes in the past I have, and I should do it again, I do like listening to Gregorian chanting, I have to say. A study published in Behavioral Brain Research found that exposure to Solfeggio frequency music reversed cognitive and endocrine deficits in adult zebrafish subjected to stress, suggesting potential therapeutic benefits. Okay. Another study indicated that listening to 528 hertz tones resulted in a significant decrease in stress levels compared to a control group, highlighting the frequency's potential anxiolytic properties. Okay, so there you go, guys. We know what to do. We need to get out the old Solfeggio frequencies. These findings apparently provide empirical evidence suggesting the anxiolytic properties of 528 hertz. Okay. So yeah, 528 hertz showed reduced stress response and increased cellular repair markers. Okay. These are not just metaphysical concepts. This is a biological resonance. So yeah, sound may well be one of the keys to unlocking the body's self-healing intelligence. Well, I tell you what, I know that sound can have a very negative impact on my well-being. So I suppose one could surmise if it can do that, then it can have a very positive impact on my well-being. I mean, sound can literally drive you demented. It can drive you perhaps to suicidal ideation if you're getting annoyed enough. So why wouldn't it have the opposite effect and have an exhilarating effect on your well-being? It's something to think about and something perhaps we can look into later if you want to. Anyway, we'll go on with the power of sound and cymatics. Cymatics reveal the hidden beauty of sound, transforming vibrations into stunning visual patterns by observing how different frequencies create unique shapes. We gain insight into the profound connection between sound and matter. Yes. So, yeah, when frequencies pass through a medium like water, what else? Sand, dust, wood dust, whatever, flour on a flat surface, they create patterns, often resembling what is known as sacred geometry. The experiments of one Hans Jenny and others reveal that different tones create different forms. A higher frequency doesn't just sound different, it looks different. This means sound doesn't just influence mood, it physically shapes matter. If our bodies are 70% water, then, which is apparently true, what are we doing to ourselves with the sounds around us? The sounds we hear, we speak, we sing, the sounds we allow in our neighborhoods, the sounds on the television. We maybe have to think about this if there is this cymatic effect. Cymatics show us that sound creates structure, or has an effect and creates a movement of matter, and therefore can restore harmony when perhaps dissonance occurs. Interesting stuff to think about. So yes, cymatics makes sound visible, so you can see the effects of sound. Cymatics is the study of how frequencies create visual patterns, geometric forms that appear in the mediums like sand, water, etc. When certain tones are played, they form mandalas, hexagons, spirals, sacred geometry. So yes, we mentioned Hans Jenny there, a Swiss physician and natural scientist who conducted extensive research in cymatics, demonstrating that sound vibrations can produce consistent and intricate patterns in various mediums. And his work illustrates how sound can influence and create structure in matter. Okay. So cymatics, the process by which sound can be visualized on a physical substance. Guys, we'll quickly have a look on YouTube. Why not? Why the hell not? Hello to Black Hole in the house. Welcome, sir. I do hope you're doing well, and if not, perhaps it's the solfeggio frequencies around you. Perhaps you're not tuning into them. Perhaps the sounds around you are not conducive to your well-being. It's something to think about. Perhaps, maybe. If not, why not? And all of that. Let's have a look here. What am I? Cymatics. I'm going to type in cymatics on YouTube here and see what comes up. Cymatics. Right. Okay, I got a channel here. Oh, I'm not going to click on that one. Funnily enough, when I typed in cymatics, my channel shows up. There you go, guys. Okay. Right. This one looks quite interesting. So for those of you who have literally just joined, we're looking at a video demonstration of cymatics, which is the effect of sound on matter. And apparently different frequencies cause different shapes to be formed in material, such as this, whatever this person is sprinkling here. Is it salt? I don't know. Wow. Yeah, you can go away and look up these experiments. This does happen, and it is very strange. So here you see 345 hertz, and it created this kind of like daisy pattern. Very strange, very strange. I want to say thank you to this channel. Press up. I will subscribe and give you a like for this. Thank you. Let's keep going, shall we? So there you go, 1033 hertz, another pattern. There you go, sacred geometry. It's all kind of symmetrical. Well, it is. (1820 hertz). This pattern appears. There you go, at 2401 hertz, it goes into this pattern. I mean, you'd think this is being made up. You think this is a load of, this is actually true. I can show you loads of these videos. There's loads of these videos on the internet. There we go, 3240 hertz. Another unusual, quite beautiful pattern appears. 3835 hertz. This is the pattern that appeared. Again, another pattern at 3975 hertz. $4,049. 4,129. It's changing again. What do you think of this, guys? What do you think of this weirdness? Okay, we'll keep going, will we? Yes, I mean, you could do that all day, couldn't you? You could do that all day. It is very strange and quite beautiful, really, I suppose, in many ways. So that is cymatics and, well, proof of it. Where were we? Where the hell were we, guys? So, yes, did we read this? Yes, we did. So we'll go on to the next slide. Chant, mantra, and the medicine of voice. The human voice is a powerful tool for healing and transformation, capable of resonating with the deepest parts of our being, except if your voice is like mine and, you know, you're just getting over a head cold. By the way, guys, I was really happy. It didn't go to my chest. So do you remember on Friday, I had the start of a head cold? I managed to keep it relatively at bay, and it didn't get much worse, but it did linger, and I am just at the very end of it now, I think, fingers crossed. Anyway, through chanting and mantra, we can align our frequencies, apparently, with the universe, promoting emotional and spiritual well-being, according to some people, okay? So, yeah, the voice is one of our most accessible and powerful instruments. Chanting Om, apparently. Yeah. Om. Om. Have any of you ever done that? Apparently, reciting these sacred phrases, the tonality of these, it isn't just ritualistic for tradition's sake. Apparently, they create actual physiological shifts in people. And modern studies show that chanting activates the vagus nerve, believe it or not, calming the parasympathetic nervous system. Would you believe it? So the utilization of your voice harmonizes the body's energy centers and can have a positive influence on your feeling of well-being. The Bija mantras of ancient India, another example, target specific chakras. If you look at ancient Indian spirituality, you'll see they have chakra maps of the body, and different bijas, which is their kind of version of mantras, I suppose, target specific areas and have an effect on them, apparently. And the repetition apparently entrains the mind and intention of one's mind whilst practicing the bija amplifies the field and the effect on that area, that zone of the body. And every word apparently carries frequency. Yeah, well, it does, doesn't it? Every word you speak. So speak as though your sound shapes reality, because it does. So yeah. Mantra and the medicine of voice. The most powerful instrument is the one we all carry, the human voice. Chanting, toning, and mantra are not merely spiritual rituals. They are sonic technologies. The voice, when used with intention and repetition, becomes a tuning fork for the mind and the body. Ancient cultures used chants not only for prayer, but to tune the frequency of consciousness. And it is interesting, guys, as an aside, how the voice does have an effect on how people receive you. Some people speak in a way that is hypnotic for some reason, and they can get you to do anything they want to, merely because of how they vocalize their words. In a 2016 study in the Journey of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that chanting Om activated the vagus nerve, yes, and produced significant deactivation in the amygdala, okay, which is the brain center for fear and emotional processing. So it does sound, guys, like we need to do regular streams where we all just come on and go Om. And in fact, maybe we will do that later, if that's okay with you. If we get enough people on, we might spend a little while chanting Om and seeing what it does for us. Because apparently Om chanting produces a limbic deactivation pattern similar to a vagus nerve stimulation, suggesting a potential mechanism for mood-enhancing effects of chanting. Another study from Frontiers in Psychology found that regular mantra chanting could increase alpha brainwave activity, which is associated with a relaxation and meditative states. Chanting influences attention, emotional state, and neuroplasticity through entrainment of brainwave activity, according to Frontiers in Psychology. And un momento, si vous plaît, gracias. The repetition of mantras is like tuning your instrument back to harmony. So apparently, yes, Brother Marcus says that's D&W ASMR right there. So yes, maybe there is something in this ASMR. I mean, I like it sometimes, I have to admit. But anyway, now we move on to something else, guys, because as there is light, there's also darkness, okay? As there is good, there's also bad. We exist in this universe of dualities. So, of course, there is a dark side of sound control and manipulation. I'm not just talking about that annoying cunt of a neighbor I used to have who used to make loads of antisocial noises. I'm also talking about more general terms of noise around us. So while sound can heal, it can also be weaponized, influencing thoughts and behaviors in subtle yet powerful ways. Understanding the dual nature of sound empowers us to discern its effects and harness its potential for positive change. And as I said that, my microphone fell over. I hope that didn't have a negative effect on you due to the bump it made. Perhaps, I don't know. I can't hear what you hear. So yes, if sound can awaken, it can also enslave us. It can also have a negative effect on us. And apparently, they have. Governments have weaponized sound using infrasonics for crowd control. Okay, so I know in the UK we have situations around the city where they play noises at a frequency that only young people can hear, so teenagers can hear, to stop them gathering there. So if there's a place where youngsters up to no good like to gather, they put these masks up that emit a very annoying frequency, a sound that teenagers' ears are tuned to. But luckily for the rest of us old fogies, we cannot hear. And there is also psychological warfare has been practiced as well. Torture has been people have been tortured with sound in unfortunate circumstances around the world, in I don't know, in interrogation, but also in sadistic torture for sadistic reasons. And obviously propaganda as well. If you know that certain frequencies have a certain effect on an individual, then it is useful to know that if you are in the business of propagandizing or marketing. So manipulating you through sound is a thing. If they can get your heart rate going, if they can make you feel scared in an advertisement, and then suddenly play a frequency that makes you feel good, that is a very subtle thing, but yet it would perhaps subconsciously attach you to the product they're trying to sell, as if it has magical powers, as if it can solve your current situation, when merely all they've done is a subtle psychological trick to make you add value to the product through differences in frequencies they have used to manipulate you. Marketing knows this as a Zonic. Branding is a $1 trillion industry. So this is a big thing. Sound in advertising is massive. It's a massive business. The question is, are we listening? Are we merely listening to what is, the sounds that are being put to us? Or are we being programmed, guys? So yes, it's a bit like what we looked at before, the news, etc. He who controls the rhythm controls the mind, guys. He who controls what you're listening to has a very, very possibly detrimental effect on you. They have an immense effect on you as an individual. Sound waves can come through walls, and sound waves can be carried over the seas. Sound waves can be beamed here, there, and everywhere. And they come into your own home through your television, through your radio, in advertising, as I've said, in film, in music. But what is it doing to you? What is it doing? Something to think about. And is it necessary to be educated in it so that you can be more diligent and more critical of sounds that you are hearing, so that you don't fall for the trap of being seduced by sounds or being unduly worried by them? When you look at the context of when those sounds are occurring, that's the important thing. So if sound can heal, it can also harm. Sound can uplift and liberate, but it can also sedate, manipulate, and control. And throughout history, sound has been weaponized through propaganda, psychological warfare, or even the commodification of rhythm and repetition in pop culture. That beat to get you addicted to a song, it becomes an earworm. You can't get it out of your head. During Operation Wandering Soul in Vietnam, in the Vietnamese War, the US forces broadcast eerie, distorted ghost recordings in Vietnamese. And these were designed to psychologically unnerve enemy troops. And this is a clear example of sound as psychological warfare. A study from the Journal of Consumer Research showed that music with fast tempos and simple harmonic structures increases impulsivity in consumer behavior, making people more likely to buy, eat, or act without thinking. So that's that's something you should be very careful about, guys, when you go shopping. Is the shop playing loud music with fast tempos and simple harmonic structures? If so, perhaps they are not acting in your best interest. Perhaps they are trying to make you buy on impulse. And also, yeah, I've heard that restaurants like to play this type of food so that you eat fast. They don't care whether you get indigestion. They just want you to get out the door so that somebody else can come in and take your place. And basically, the more ins and outs there are, the better for them. So yes, auditory input can be used to manipulate decision-making processes at a subconscious level. So yes, he who controls the rhythm controls the mind. This is an anonymous military document on sonic warfare. The effect of music is so great that even the most powerful forms of government have feared it. That was a quote from Mr. Plato himself. So we're going to go now into the journey of sound, okay? And vibration as the bridge between worlds. Now, this is a bit woo-woo, guys, for all of you who like your woo-woo, okay? So yes, every spiritual tradition has used vibration to travel between realms, okay? Drumming in shamanism, okay? Singing in indigenous rituals, chanting in monasteries like the Gregorian chants we mentioned previously, are all things that are used to alter perception, okay, to make one feel a connection with the divine or with something greater than us. Modern science can now explore how, for example, binaural beats or rhythmic entertainment and low frequency stimulation can mimic psychedelic states. These induce theta and delta brainwaves, where intuition, creativity, and healing are apparently heightened. Vibration, then, is the vehicle of transition. It takes us from beta to alpha, from surface to source. And yes, vibration serves as a vital link between the physical and spiritual realms, if that's what you're into. And it allows us to experience different states of consciousness, different ways of feeling about reality. I know that some music makes me feel lamentful, some makes me feel nostalgic, some makes me feel happy, some makes me feel sad, some makes me full of awe for existence. Other music can make me feel an impending sense of doom. Music sound frequencies are very, 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 very powerful. And by understanding and harnessing these vibrations, we can navigate through various dimensions of existence, apparently, and enhance our awareness, or at least expand our experience. So yes, vibration as the bridge between worlds. So we live in multiple dimensions, but vibration is the bridge. Mystics, shamans, and scientists alike are beginning to converge on the same idea. Vibration is the interface between physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realities, what we call states of consciousness, are in essence different frequencies of awareness. Dr. Konstantin Korotkov, a physicist, developed the gas discharge visualization, GDV, technique to capture biofield or aura changes in individuals exposed to different sounds and frequencies. His experiments found significant shifts in the electromagnetic field of subjects after exposure to chanting and sound healing tones. In brain science, studies show that binaural beats can alter consciousness, listening to slightly different frequencies in each ear. For example, 210 hertz in the left and 215 hertz in the right produces a third internal frequency, 5 hertz, entraining the brain into theta waves, which are associated with deep meditation and altered states. The universe is not only made of energy, but of vibration, and vibration is the language of the soul. And that was by Mr. Pythagoras. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that was by one Mr. Nikola Tesla, who I'm sure would be upset with how his name has been tarnished in the modern day, but we won't mention that tonight. So yes, as we reconnect with the ancient wisdom of sound, we begin to understand its profound impact on our lives and consciousness. Embracing this knowledge allows us to create intentional vibrations, perhaps, that resonate with our true selves and the universe. So yes, we are living through a sonic reawakening, perhaps. The more we understand vibration, sound, as art, science, and spirit, the more perhaps we can reclaim power over our reality. Perhaps. In a world full of noise, we are invited to become conscious composers, perhaps, of our field. Speak with clarity. Listen with presence. Choose music that is healing, words that uplift, and silence that restores. Choose words that are impactful and have an effect, in the very least, an effect that aligns with your values. The knower of the mystery of sound knows the mystery of the whole universe, and that was Hazrat Inayat Khan. So there you go. We are remembering not just how to listen, but how to hear. This is not a new age fantasy. It is an ancient truth now being validated by science. Sound is not just art, it is architecture for the soul, for the subconscious. So in a world full of noise, be mindful of what you allow into your field. Be intentional with the vibrations you create, because sound is not just heard, it is felt. It is known deep, deep down in your being, and it is transformative of you and around you, of this very universe, perhaps. And as Hazrat Inayat Khan said, the knower of the mystery of sound knows the mystery of the whole universe. Thank you for tuning in to my frequencies tonight. Now go forth and resonate with purpose that is positive, and hopefully will be impactful in a good way on your well-being and the well-being of others around you. I think I've said enough. I would like somebody to come on here and talk instead of me. That would be music to my ears. You can hear me okay? Can anybody hear me? 1 second now, guys. Yes, the great thing is moving. Hello, y'all. Love to you, says Divine Hazel. Now, I tell you what, Divine Hazel has a lovely voice, by the way. We all know that. She has a very silky, smooth voice. And apparently she's a singer, so there you go. Let's go back to the comments here. Inviting people from the internet to chant together. Not a cult at all, Hope Ministry lives on. Namaste, namaste from my soul to yours, brother. Okay. And Brother Marcus says, you are controlling what I'm listening to right now, DNW. Yes. Sound frequencies do have powers, it would seem. But I hope they're good. At least in my instance. So yes, must talk to plants. Vibration is life. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got in the presentation. That was an hour. It was a quick one, I know. But you know, it's midweek and all that. But yeah, if you want to come on here and talk about sound, frequencies, anything like that, please do. Brother Seb, if you're still with us, please come back and tell us anything you feel that you want to talk about. Other than that, I suppose I can go on a kind of rampage through the internet and try and find some relevant information, perhaps. But I am interested in this, and as I said, I do like Gregorian chanting, so I'm going to look for some Gregorian chanting right now. That's what I'll do, because we all like a little bit of Gregorian chanting. Well, perhaps you don't know. Perhaps you don't know about it, but it's something that is beneficial, I would say. And if you haven't heard it before, maybe you would benefit from hearing it. Now, okay. Right. Is there a Gregorian chant I can play? One that won't get me a copyright strike. That's what I'm looking for. Divine Hazel says she's been making frequency medicine today, playing crystal singing bowls and 7. Divine, that sounds very interesting. Can you come on and tell us about that, please? Please. If you care about our well-being enough, or if you're able to come on here, that is, please let us know. I'll share the link in the live chat so you can come on and tell us exactly what you did, because that sounds exactly right up our street tonight. That's exactly what we be talking about. So please do come on and let us know. Let us know. Right. Now, chant. I will share it now. One moment. This is from the channel Relax in You, and this is 7 hours of Gregorian chant. Don't worry, I won't play the whole 7 hours, but we'll give us a little taste of it. How's that doing for you? Beautiful. Now, I'm going to go to this one now, which is the Meditative Grace of Nuns. This might be women singing. Let's see what this one sounds like.
Listen, we've all been there. That constant
we've all been there, all right.
Not knowing if you'll hit a project deadline.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. This is Harmonia Antica. Thank you, Harmonia. Not really my cup of tea, this one. Okay, enough of that. Well, thank you. Thank you for bearing with me whilst I listen to some Gregorian chanting. What will we do now, guys? Because I'm kind of stuck here by myself and nobody's here, and it's an hour and 10 minutes in. So unless one of you steps up, we'll have nothing to say. It's midweek mayhem here, and nobody is joining the party. So I am a gooseberry, all on my lonesome in the corner, and well, I'm not going to feel sorry for myself because I will just I will manifest positivity by omming. And you know what? It's working because Divine Hazel has joined. But Divine, you're going to have to you need to connect your microphone and cam, and you've done it. I ommed and it worked because Divine Hazel joined the show. Hello, Divine Hazel.
Hello.
How are you, dear?
Very well, thank you.
Lovely jubbly. Oh, Divine Hazel, you left. I didn't kick you out. I don't know what happened there. Maybe you got taken away by choirs of angels because you are one of the chosen ones. But I do hope you come back and let us know what is going on. Anyway, you need to connect your microphone again, it says, before we can add you to the stream. So just do that. You've done it. Well done. Hello again.
Hello.
Divine Hazel, it's lovely to have you. You haven't been on in a little while. I know you're always participating, and I am grateful. But it's lovely also to have you on the actual show as well, talking.
Very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so we just did a little deep dive into sound, frequencies, etc. Is it something you know much about?
Yes, sir. I'm a professional sound voice healer.
So 1 second there. I'm going to have to mute Black Hole. Divine, I'm afraid your frequencies went askew there. Maybe it's Archons trying to stop you telling us positivity or something. But please,
I just wanted to say hi.
Divine, what did you just say?
Yes. I said I'm a professional sound and voice healer, so I guess I've got the frequency.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. That's really good to know, Divine.
When I type nope, when I type nope in the chat, it meant that what you're playing is not the correct frequency we should be listening to.
Okay, darling.
My opinion. My opinion.
Well, you're the one who knows, so we will listen to you in a moment. I just want to say hello to Black Hole.
Hello there, sir. How are you tonight? Thought I'd join you for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm doing okay, brother. I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm interested in this topic. I mean, I found these cymatics quite interesting. The way sound can create these patterns and different patterns at different frequencies, and they are all quite beautiful. Is that something you were aware of, Black Hole?
Consciousness, it's always about consciousness frequencies. Yes, sir. I hear you.
Okay, Black Hole. Well, Black Hole, if you could mute yourself when you're not talking, please, because there is a little bit of background noise there. And,
I understand. I understand.
That's like, thank you, brother. Divine Hazel, if you could please just tell us what comes to mind as a professional in sound healing. What should we know about?
Okay. initially back in the 80s, we were listening to the correct frequency of the music that was coming through. Since then, they have changed the frequency of the music that's coming through, and it's controlling our minds and making us do things that we shouldn't be doing based upon what they're doing and the frequencies they insist that we listen to now.
That's really quite bizarre. So you do firmly believe that, do you?
It's been proven, sir, or I wouldn't say it.
No. I'm not saying it. I'm not disbelieving that it's possible. So who's doing this and why, in your opinion?
Well, let's not get your channel shut down. Let's just say those who think they're in control.
Those that have ideation that's not in our interest, right?
Correct.
Well, that sounds pretty scary. So what should we be listening to music? What frequency should we be listening to it on?
Well, there's nothing that I'm going to say or do that's going to impress or make people change what they do. They're going to do what they're going to do anyways. So there's nothing. I just have my opinions. I come here with my opinions. I share them. I don't suggest anyone do anything the same as me. It's not why I'm here. I'm here to just shine what I do, how I do things. That's it.
Okay. Brother Marcus reckons that if you say it, it won't get the channel taken down.
Yeah, right.
I'm willing to trust Brother Marcus's intuition here. I mean, if it does get taken down, can I not just open a new one?
Why go through that?
That's true. By the way, guys, if my channel ever gets taken down, I hope you're subscribed to me on Facebook and Twitter as well, or X.com.
This is the only channel I can get you here.
Oh, you don't have access to Facebook or X as well?
Absolutely not. The less
right, okay.
we are connected the better.
I'm on medium.com as well. If you look up Finding Gnosis on medium.com, you can find it there. Anybody can find that. That's a website, by the way. So you go to medium.com and you'll find that I have a writing profile there. So you can find it there as well.
You don't get happy badges from being shut down, dear one.
Sorry, darling?
It's best to keep you going. The more we keep you going on this channel right here, the happier the whole world will be.
Oh, that's really quite beautiful of you to say that. Thank you very much to you, Divine Hazel. I appreciate that. So I'll give you a little round of
With
applause.
chickpea.
Yeah, thank you for that, Divine. Sorry, what did you say about Chickpea?
Where is she? Tell her to come in.
Chickpea was in the chat earlier, I think, but she seems to have disappeared. She's not commenting right now. Maybe she's playing with her cats. But yeah, Chickpea, come on here. Divine Hazel, I hope it's not too rude to ask, but could you do some kind of sound healing now on me or on the listeners?
If you give me about 5 minutes, I can. I won't be. There's a lot of things I have to prepare. Just a second, I have to go get.
That's fine, darling. I'd really appreciate that.
It's cold in here, so I can't go in the room that I keep the bowls in.
No problem at all, Divine. You take your time, darling. Anybody else want to hop on while Divine is doing us that good service? I mean, it's very kind of her to do that. She is a professional sound healer, so she's giving us a freebie here, guys. So it's much appreciated. Brother Marcus, are you able to? I know you're probably working at this time. Still, like I don't know what time it is in Canada right now. It's nearly 11 here, so it's probably like nearly 6 p.m. over there. Maybe I don't know. Depends where you are. Probably in Canada. And Brother Marcus says it's cold there too. Yeah, I have to say, sorry to make you jealous, but it was a nice day here today. It's sunny enough, actually. In fact, it's it's sunny enough to bring a little bit of color to my pasty white skin. So there you go. It's doing something. When I walk the dog, I'm getting my little bit of a vitamin D hit. So that's good. Right. We are waiting patiently for the sound healer herself, Divine Hazel, to come on here and spread her beautiful gift of sound frequency healing, hopefully, to us. She will hopefully help us somehow or other. That's the intention here. And aren't we lucky? Isn't it great to have a sound healer on the firm, you know? But yeah, anybody else there who is watching, please do let me know in the chat that you're here. There's not that many people watching tonight, guys. For some reason, there's only 6. So there's 4 on YouTube and there's 2 on Twitter. This isn't a popular topic, obviously, or maybe I didn't get the SEO right. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing. I need to look it up a bit better, don't I? Because my SEO isn't very impactful. Let's just say that. For some reason, we do bump along under the radar on this show. We don't really grow. We kind of just bump along on the surface, you know, underground even. A subterranean covert operation that doesn't seem to get much traction outside of, you know, the community. But that's okay. I mean, I love all the people we have. The people that come in here and contribute is great. But yeah, it's nice to get additional people sometimes, you know, who can help expand our awareness, appreciation, or understanding of matters, even show us that we're mistaken, you know. I'm often I do like to be shown that I'm wrong about things. Correction of errors is a good thing, you know, because it sets me on the right path, and that's something to be thankful for. So anyway, I hear a noise being emitted from lovely Divine here. So I await with great anticipation what this is. Beautiful sounds. Yes, Brother Marcus, slowly but surely. There are new people here over the last few shows, indeed. Well, we're getting a blast of sound from Divine Hazel here, and I'm sure it's an emission that is very meaningful. Now, I'm going to put a banner up here to describe what this is. Divine.
This is crystal. I can't because you have to protect them, they don't break and so forth. And
Darling, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm having trouble hearing you.
Oh,
which isn't conducive to good sound healing.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Nope.
But do you know what, darling? If I'd known this, I would have consulted you. Oh, she's coming back. She's gone, but let's hope she comes back. So we await with great anticipation the arrival of Divine Hazel back on the show, the sound healer herself. I mean, if only I'd known she was a sound healer, I would have consulted her prior to the arrangement of my slides. She obviously knows more than me, but that's the beauty of this show. You know, you put information out there and you sometimes find people who know more than you and who can tell you things better than you could ever have said it.
Okay.
So here we hit Divine Hazel. This is the Divine Hazel sound healing show. And Divine Hazel,
it's your show and I'm a guest.
You are a guest, my dear, but I'm going to make it solo layout, so it's just you, okay? Or do you want me to stay on the screen as well?
It wouldn't hurt you none.
Okay, so I'll stay. I'm going to mute myself, though, and I'm just going to... You say what you want for however long you want and do whatever you want, darling, because we are the willing participants here in your...
Makes me wish I pulled all 7 of them out, because I only have 2 here.
Okay, well, look, it's fine. You do what you can with what you have, and as I say, This is just an introductory kind of session. We know nothing about what you're about to do, so it is all new to us. And we're thankful that you're sharing it with us. As I say, perhaps another day we can do a more in-depth dive into matters if you want to. But yeah, go ahead. I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to chill out, and you can talk for as long as you like. And we are going to, as I say, I'll go along. I'll be muted, but I will do whatever it is you're telling us to do, and then I'll come back to you after you finish the session. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
So if you could just explain what you're doing, Divine Hazel, that would be good as well, because we can't see you, so it'd be good to hear what it is you're doing whilst you're doing as well. Sorry, I'll mute myself again.
Each one of the crystal bowls sends a certain frequency, a currency, out into the space around it, affecting our energy centers within our physical body. And depending upon how tapped in you are, depends upon how they affect you when they're being played. And this is just a mini thing because, like I said, I only have 2 of the 7 crystal bowls that I have, and my 7 metal bowls are upstairs and they're freezing because I had to bring them upstairs because that's where they like to be, in very cold temperatures upstairs. So
okay, that's fine. So should we be closing our eyes, sitting comfortably? What should we do as we're listening?
Do whatever you want. If you want to exercise to it, it doesn't matter to me. You know, I don't control people what they do. Do what you want.
Thank you. That's beautiful, Divine. Divine, Brother Marcus has a question. Does it have a different effect using crystal or metal bowls?
No, it's just a different tone. It's the metal bowls are really cool. Personally, I started out with the metal bowls because they were procured from Canada, my favorite country and state. And so I had a affinity towards them because of the energy of where they were and whom I got them from. So they were my favorite things for the longest time. And then as I proceeded down the path doing this, I decided to get the crystal bowls as well. So I have like a more profound sound as I do it. Now, if I pulled out all 14 bowls and had them set up here around me, wow, And we should probably plan that at some point, because as I'm doing it with just these two, I'm sickened because the rest of them, they're being missed. I don't
Right.
usually do this setup. It's usually all 14 are set up and I do it from there. But yeah,
Wow.
that's just a
Okay.
taste of it.
Do you know what? That was very nice. Thank you so much. We would look forward to a more in-depth grounding in it at some point where you have all the other bowls as well. And
Yeah, I'll have to go up in 30-degree temperatures and bring them down.
ooh,
It's like, yeah, I snuck up
wow.
there. Yeah. I have like 3 levels of my home, and they like being cold. So I
Okay.
bring them where
I
they
hear
need to
you.
be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have something to look forward to then, don't we? Thank you for that, Divine Hazel. And there's more gaps in the seats here if anybody else wants to come on here and talk. Definitely some of the things tonight, it's just been a reminder for me to appreciate sound a bit more and to be more mindful of trying to counteract the kind of harmful sounds around me. Obviously living in the city, the hustle and bustle of modern life, you're inundated with sounds that annoy you, upset you, and are detrimental to you, your health, your well-being, your peace of mind. So this is definitely a good reminder for me personally to start finding or create a playlist of sounds that are positive in their effect on me, and by that I mean like the Gregorian chanting, some binaural beats, probably, maybe even some Tibetan bowl music, this kind of crystal bowl stuff that you're doing, Divine. I will personally be looking into this and trying to create some kind of playlist to play in the background, and this Om thing, chanting Om, I find that interesting, that it can stimulate your vagus nerve and have a positive effect on your well-being. It also shuts down the stress centers in your brain, apparently, or has a positive effect on them at least. Is that something you were familiar with, Divine Hazel, the power of chanting Om, or the power of chanting in general?
Yes, I
Is it
learned how
something
to do that from Jonathan Goldman.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that in the chat. Actually, I saw
He's
that.
a
I
world
saw that.
renowned, and his chanting is the correct frequency to heal the physical body.
Oh wow! How long ago did you do that then, Divine?
I think it was before that. So it had
Jonathan
to have been
Goldman.
2004,
Right.
I believe. That was when I had the office space, and I went down to New Hampshire to hear him and to take the class with him.
Okay. So basically, hello to Last Minute Lacey. If you want to come on, Lacey, it's better late than never. Last minute by name, last minute by nature. But we're still going, Last Minute Lacey, so you can come on here. We've been talking about frequencies, sounds, chanting, cymatic evidence, and what was the other thing we were talking about? The different kind of hertz having different effects on our psyche. So yeah, if you could come on here, you're very welcome. Oh, she's eating dinner, so she just stopped to say hello. Oh, that's fine, Lacey. I know you said in the comments on my channel that you enjoyed the UFO show, but we will be having the UFO show again, part 2 of that on Friday, because people really like that. So something to look forward to, hopefully, for some people this Friday. Sorry, Divine. I'm very interested in this the classes you had about the chanting. You basically, he got you to do it at the right frequency, yeah, And for what frequency is that? Do you remember? Can you give us an example of it if you want to? I know it's in public. You don't have to if you're feeling a bit shy, but if you
No,
can somehow,
I will not do any chanting today, but that's based upon something that has
no problem. No
it has
problem.
affected my situation. When my sweetheart passed, all music stopped here. Okay.
Right. Okay. I
There
you
was
never
nothing to sing about. And so
yeah.
now I'm just now starting to get it back again. I've been playing the bowls the whole time. He used to love that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
since the day he passed, I haven't been singing out. I haven't been doing any weddings. I haven't done any entertaining with the bowls at all. Because I
Right.
needed that space and the time to heal my physical, emotional, and mental body. And
Yeah.
I'm just now getting around to it. But even when I do it as a gift,
Yeah.
and I don't do it on cue.
Yeah. 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 Well, listen, Divine, I have to say, first of all, I'm sorry about the loss of your partner. And I think it's it's wonderful that you've taken time though to reflect and step back and give credence to your feelings and emotions on what has happened, in recognition of how important they are to you, and also just to give them respect and to give yourself respect as well. uh, so yes, how are you feeling in general now, given this? What, like, I can't even imagine how terrible it was and how terrible it
Most of
must
the
have been for
time,
you.
I'm okay. But there's one particular song that he used to love and I used to love. And I've been trying to get that out without any other things happening at the same exact time, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. And until that song can come out crystal clear, perfect, like it's supposed to, I will not be singing that one in public. But that was one of his favorite ones. And I just can't seem to get through it without crying. So that is my goal this year, is to get through that one particular song. And if I can get through the song with no crying, I'm all hooked up. So that's my
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, yeah.
It was just his
Well,
birthday a couple weeks ago.
mm,
So, and we would have been in Canada at that point. So yeah, there's a lot of things happening energetically for me right now in this moment, but I'm just
right,
trying to stay true to who I am and what I'm here to do. So, and that's
yeah,
making energy medicine and doing this type of thing.
right, right. Well, Divine, I really hope that you continue to show such strength, and you walk this path in the way you know best, because there's no greater woman to do that, as it's been clear from our interactions that you have a resilience and strength in walking your own way in this world, and I do admire that. You
Have you
do.
noticed your chat has opened up to women who have their finger on the pulse? Patricia was one heck of a person. I really enjoyed her.
I did, yes. I mean, she came on here and she
She's
said
a
some
truth
things.
teller.
She said some deep things, man. She even shared some terrible things that she'd been through. And she also, as I said, she was very confident about her own opinions and what she thinks is happening in this world. And as I said, she didn't come across as someone who was neurotic. She came across as very calm as a cucumber, cool as a cucumber, sorry, as they say. And she was a real pleasure to have on the show.
I
And I
want to
look forward to
connect with her more
Yeah, well, I'm sure she'll be back,
because I know that I have some pieces of her puzzle that she's looking for. Because as I was listening to her, I said, ooh, she would love to hear about this person and that person, because those people also have the same things that she has in common with them. So I was hoping to connect some dots for her. So yeah,
That's
I want her
really
to get my email address, and if she needs to, she can have my telephone number too. I love that woman. She's awesome.
well. I'm really happy that good connections are possibly being made. I really do appreciate that, and it's good. I mean, if we can help anybody get over the line, if we can help anybody in life, it's beautiful, and it's nice to see that blossoming here. So Divine, yeah, I'm sure that will happen. Give it time. I'm sure, she would be willing, or you seem to be a very lovely person. So I wouldn't know why she wouldn't want to connect with you on a deeper level. So hopefully that will happen very soon. I want to say hello to Bastian Bash. Bastian, welcome. Bastian, you're muted. If you want to say hello, please do. Otherwise, remain muted until you feel the need to. I've got a private chat here. Bastian Bash says hello in the private chat. Now, for some reason, his microphone isn't working. You might have to allow your microphone access in the browser, Bastian. Perhaps that's what it is. Okay. So last minute Lacey and Pseudo History are having a little back and forth in the chat. That's nice. But Bastian, hopefully you'll be able to figure it out. Come back. Divine left. So now I'm left with the silent Bastian, who I hope will figure it out. But now he's gone as well. And I'm still here, or at least I think I am. I think therefore I am, eh? So yes, I'm still here with all of you that are listening. There's 10 watching on YouTube, 2 on Twitter. And another time to say thank you to people who have joined us members here on YouTube. We've got David, Chickpea, and Brother Marcus. So thank you so much for helping us keep things going here. And I really appreciate it. You're helping us all as we, pay for the little things I pay for here to keep the show on the road. So yeah, appreciate you. Gratitude endlessly. Who's here? Divine is back. Divine, you're back in the house.
I lost signal.
You lost signal. Okay,
Yeah.
well, you're back
I live
now.
out here in the boondocks, honey, so it's not always going to come in perfect.
Okay,
And I used to get frustrated about it, but I don't bother anymore.
Well, that's good. It's good. You seem very chilled out. You seem extremely well chilled out, and I do have to say that yourself, you kind of exude this kind of calmness that is intoxicating. In a good way. It emanates from you. Your voice. We were talking about voices tonight, and I did say you have a lovely voice. You do have a very nice, silky, smooth voice, and I don't think it's something that I think it's just something that comes naturally to you. So it is what it is. It's just you being you, and it's good. So you were talking about this song that you had with your loved one, and it's a very special song that he loved. Now that's obviously a very clear example of sound having an impact on your psyche. Do you remember any times in your life when you said you're obviously a sound healer? When did you become aware of the power of sound frequencies?
I was 4 years old, and my mother used to record me.
Singing, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And
then so
that was, yeah,
it just has grown from there. And
yeah,
that's just been my thing since I was a kid.
Singing is very interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting. It's like we become somebody else when we sing, almost. It's like, because we have our day-to-day conversations, yeah?
It gives me permission to see another side of myself that doesn't come out in everyday conversational things.
It really doesn't. It's like a transition, isn't it? To, as you say, another part of yourself. And
I was a twin in womb, and she passed away and didn't make it through.
Right.
So sometimes when I sing, it's almost like someone else is there with me, doing it with me. I don't know, it sounds corny and I can't quite describe what happens, but it's almost like she comes on board and helps with, because I'm extremely shy. I mean, oh gosh, it's disgraceful how shy. And so when she comes into the play, it seems to give me a boost because I don't feel like I'm by myself anymore. So, and I know it's
That's
just
actually
a way to connect with them.
that's actually really sweet, really sweet. So, can I ask, when did you find out you had a twin that died in utero?
In 2013, I had well, in 1989, I had some medical procedures done. And then in 2013, I requested birth charts and medical records from not only my mother's, but mine too, of the surgeries and procedures that were done at that time, and the births and so forth. And that's when I found out. And my mother did not know because she was so young that they figured the less she knew, the better.
Right.
So they didn't tell her that she lost a child.
Mm.
And when I sat her down to tell her that she had two, she kind of looked at me and she said, "Wow, they never told me." And I said, "I think they were trying to save you from what you would have felt if you had knew that you had lost a child." And so there was a wonderful healing for her that day. She obviously was quite emotional, and you know, and I allowed it because I was there giving space for that to happen.
Right.
And then she proceeded to tell me the rest of the story that no one else knew. That was obviously just her story that she didn't want anyone to know, and how it all came about, and so forth and so on. And then she told me that my sister's name is my name backwards. So my
Wow.
sister's name is Lisa. Her
Okay.
name is Lisa May, and my name is Hazel May. So
Hmm.
we were very close, and I could feel that I didn't. I felt like I was missing something, but I didn't know what it was. And when I found that out, after that, I was fine.
Hmm.
Everything was fine. It was almost like my mother allowed the rest of the story to come out because she was more comfortable talking about it. And once she did that, it was almost like it gave me the opportunity to heal from a lot of things that I was missing in my life.
Did you ever? So you didn't actually know about this twin, or you didn't get any feelings? Did you ever feel like a bit of you was missing, or there was something else trying to talking to you or telling you what to do before you
I
found
felt
out about?
abandoned as a young age, at very, very young age. I felt abandoned. I felt like I was by myself. And like I said, I was extremely, extremely, extremely shy. Um, and I couldn't understand what the feelings were and why they were that way. And she was the greatest mom in the world. So she wasn't, doing her part to figure out why I was just like reading books and singing constantly. So yeah, it was an enlightening time. 2013 was, like, I'd have to say, right up there with some of the best times I've had, because now I have the rest of the story, and now I know why things were the way they were, and all the pieces are coming together. And so now I include her every day in my life because she was part of me, and I just make like she's still here. And I don't
Hmm.
I don't look like a retard as I'm walking down the street talking to someone out loud or anything like that, because they don't walk down the street anyways. But
Yeah.
I just
Well,
say, thank you for being here. I know I can feel your energy, and thank you for being here, and thank you for helping
do,
me in
do,
my lifetime.
do you not feel like telling her to pass on to the next place, not hang around?
She doesn't hang. No, she
No.
doesn't hang. She just knows when to come through, and she does, because I've opened
Okay.
that door for her to do so.
Right.
I don't keep her
Right.
here
That's
lingering around the house. I mean,
yeah.
but she just knows
Scott
when to
says,
come through.
"Have you ever had dreams about your deceased twin?"
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Mm, okay. Well, if you want, you can tell us about that. But before that, if you don't have to, obviously. Rwalda, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. You said you were speaking with me or Andrew, but I believe both. I don't know when that was. Andrew, is it Andrew McIntosh? He's been on this show a few times in the past, but forgive me, Real Wilder, I don't know who you are. But you're welcome to come on here and chat. Yeah. Sorry, Divine. Did you want to talk about the dreams, or if you don't want to, that's fine as well.
No, we're basically just like know I'm here, and then you go through, you'll be able to have help with so on little things that would personally have, like with a friend of yours or something.
Right.
And,
Okay.
Heart throbbing or anything crazy.
Okay, Divine.
You know,
Divine, just one
and-
second, darling. Your noise is coming through a little bit intermittently. It's very hard to make out what you're saying at the moment. So whilst you're trying to fix that, sweetheart, I'll welcome Rewilder. Rewilder, you're on the show. Rewilder, can you hear us? Rewilder, if you can't hear us or you're trying to talk but we can't hear you, and you might have to allow access to your microphone in the browser that you're using, in the tab that you're using. So please try and figure that out, Rewilder, or else we won't be able to hear you. So yeah. Anybody else in there want to come on? We've got Scott Sutton. Yeah, please come on, guys. If you could just share the stream as well. That's helpful, you know. Share the stream, let people know that we're live. It does help the algorithm, and to also like it as well. You know, that's good for the algorithm as well. Makes it show up higher in the SEO, the feed. Rewilder, did I hear some noises coming from you there?
Yes, I was trying to speak, but having sound issues.
Oh, Rewilder, brother, I was wondering. You changed your channel because you're a member, and I wanted to thank you for being a member of the channel, but I noticed your channel got deleted, and I was a bit worried. What happened? Are you okay?
Yeah.
You're okay. That's good. But, well, I wanted to thank you for supporting the channel, brother.
Oh. Yeah,
So,
hello. I had to get rid of the... Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, of course.
This is... yeah.
I can hear you.
Some people can say they can hear me and I can hear you.
I can hear you, bro. I can hear you.
But I can hear someone else speaking over you.
Oh, you know what it is, Rewilder? You probably have the stream open on another tab, do you?
Probably,
So
yeah.
maybe... Oh, he's gone. Rewilder, if you're there, you might have the stream open on more than one tab. So what happens is when you're talking on StreamYard, you can hear the other tab at the same time. So it's about closing that tab and just having the StreamYard tab open. But hopefully Rewilder will come back ASAP. So yes, it's good that Rewilder is back, because I was worried about Rewilder because, as I said, the other channel disappeared, and it's good to hear that he's well and that he's back under a different channel name. I'm very happy about that. And here he is again, brother Rewilder. Have you managed to sort that out?
This is...
You have. Can you hear me, Rewilder?
Yes.
Oh, good. So, yeah, was it another tab that was open?
Yeah, I think I've closed that now.
Oh,
this
good,
is confusing.
Good. Okay, relax, bro. So, yeah, tonight we've been talking about sound frequencies, and we discovered that Divine Hazel...
Yeah, I've reset all my accounts. So I'm having improved technical difficulties.
Okay. So, hopefully that will... you'll figure that out, Rewilder. I don't know what happened there. You just disconnected, Rewilder. I don't know what happened there. Hopefully Rewilder connects again soon. Guys, we're about 2 hours coming up, so we'll probably give it another half hour unless somebody else comes on and really wants to talk. Divine Hazel, you're muted there, love. But yeah, it was an interesting little mini dive into sound. As I said, I will be looking into it more. But Divine, is there? Did you know about cymatics before and how sound produces patterns in like
Yes,
particles? Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it?
that it is.
It's something to think about. I don't quite know what to do with the thoughts, but I will start thinking about it and see where it gets me. Very interesting. And also I would say, Divine, it's a little bit scary as well, if I'm honest, because if we can't control the sounds around us and yet the sounds are having an impact on us, then it is a little bit scary, right?
Yeah, but you have to also know that everyone has free choice.
I've tried again.
Yeah. Rewilder, we can hear you loud and clear, brother. Yes, Rewilder.
Yeah. This is not my thing.
No problem, Rewilder. If you're not up to talking today, you can come on another day.
I am, but there's 3 different feeds talking, and I've only got one window open, so I'm on a Chromebook, and I've never really used one before.
And
I've reset all my accounts on my phone and on my account.
I don't know what to say, Rewilder, only that the show must be open on multiple tabs. So you've got to shut the other window.
Yeah, extreme full screen. There's a little window down the bottom left corner that I can't seem to interact with until now. I can see.
Yeah. So Brother Marcus says maybe there's a tab open. So if you look up at the top, maybe you can see there's other tabs open. So if you click on one of those tabs, Divine Hazel just left. Hopefully she'll come back. And Brother Rewilder just left as well. Oh my goodness me. Rewilder does sound absolutely fine. We can hear him perfectly, but unfortunately, what he's experiencing is multiple streams at the same time. So whilst he's loud and clear, he's unfortunately hearing multiple versions of me, in the background because he's got multiple tabs or multiple streams open. And now I'm all by myself. Lonely. I am so lonely. Here we go. We have Divine is back in the house. J.E., do you want to come on here? Brother Marcus, anybody? I know Lacey was eating. If she's finished eating, she can come on here now. That would be good. Divine, you're back. What is it you'd like to say, darling?
I'm saying that we don't have a strong connection because we've got a winter storm coming in.
So my goodness me. So I take it you don't have to tell us where you are, but I take it you're up in the north of the USA, right?
I'm in Maine.
Maine, okay. So it's a bit chilly out there at the moment, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And last minute Lacey says it's a storm where she is right now as well. It's just all those vibrations, Mother Nature's climatic vibrations at work. And
her music's better than mine.
Sorry, darling?
Her music's better than mine.
You talking about last minute Lacey or Mother Nature?
No, Mother Nature, obviously.
Okay. You are part of her as well, obviously. So we're all little bits of it. So, guys, Lacey doesn't know what to talk about if she comes on. Now, I find that hard to believe. She never has a problem talking, lovely Lacey. So, she's very well able to be garrulous and friendly and chatty. That's one of her gifts, It's just her mere presence on the stream. Just your mere presence on the stream, Lacey, causes conversation. Lacey says, if Hazel likes her music, she must mean her farts. Okay, so just a little bit of crude humor there, because Lacey reckons the only music she makes is flatulence. J.E. says, if there's Mother Nature, why isn't there also Father Nature? What would you say to that, Divine Hazel? I would say it's just a word, mate. Don't get so excited. It's just a phrase. What would you say,
Correct.
Divine? Yeah.
And also, my opinion also is that the God from the Bible is an asshole, but the creator of all that is listens to us, and he's the one that runs everything. So
Right. By the way, guys, speaking of kind of Gnostic things, what do you think of the little logo in the top right-hand corner? You see the little torch flashing. It says Finding Gnosis. Do you like that, or do you like this one? So you've got that one or that one. So we'll say the fire or the plain one. So that's the fire one, and that's the plain one. Which one do you prefer, Divine? That one?
I like this one, the white one, and the reason why is because it's definitive. People can see it; they don't have to guess what it is.
Okay, that's fine. So Last Minute Lacey likes both. JE likes that one as well. I'm taking it. The white one, right? This one that's there at the moment, the kind of labyrinth with the eye in the middle. Yes, JE says we made him laugh, which is good. Well, I'm glad, you know. So I think we've got we have to ask Brother Marcus because he's one of the financial supporters here. We have to get his opinion. He's a shareholder, you know. Brother Marcus, if you could let us know which one you prefer. I don't know if you saw them, Brother Marcus, if you're there, that is. We've got that one. I like that one, right? But I have to say, I also like this one. So yeah. Okay. So Scott says, Mother Nature is North Hemisphere, Father Nature is Southern Hemisphere. And Lacey says, that's a cool observation, Scott. Scott, I think Scott was only joking, but I don't know how he came up with that. If he thinks it's true, perhaps you could let us know, guys. Link in chat. On you come. Jay especially hasn't been on in a while. Oh no, Brother Marcus likes them. Well, it's good. You like both of them. Okay, LOL. So yes, Brother Marcus likes both of them as well. Yeah, I can change it up a bit. There you go. Okay. That was the first GIF I ever made, by the way. So maybe I'll put it on. I actually made that. So there you go. It is flashing a bit, you see. It's not a very good one, obviously. The flames don't move that well, but anyway. Yeah, we can change it up. Maybe I'll put a different one in. I want it to be more. I want to make a more transparent one with so you can see the background. Okay. Sorry for going on about little details, but there you go.
Perhaps if you put the print further down in the dark spot, you could see actually what the figure was that's flashing. That might.
Yeah. It's meant to be a Grecian torch, flaming torch, Divine. That's what it's meant to be. Sorry, guys, if it's not obvious. It's meant to be an ancient Greek torch with a flame. Okay, that kind of is doing its flaming thing. Anyway, it is what it is. If you don't know what it is, that's fine, because obviously none of us know what's really going on. So you're not the only one. Yeah. Take it nobody else is coming on. It's just me and Divine. That's fine. I'm in very good company. But I take it nobody else wants to come on then. Hello to anybody there watching on Twitter. There's about 3 people watching on Twitter. I have a feeling, guys, it's going to be a short and sweet one then, if we can't elongate this conversation with newcomers or with frequenters of this community who grace us with their presence. Divine, if you're willing and able right now, please interject.
Okay.
Yeah, say whatever you want. We've got Brother Marcus. Brother Marcus has come to save us as well from me boring Divine to sleep. So Brother Marcus has joined the fray here. Divine we're grateful, and he can illuminate us with his opinions, opine on what is happening, but also talk about sound frequencies, etc. Is it something he's thought about in the past? Is it something that he has experimented with?
Yes,
That kind of thing.
I took someone that I was taking care of to a sound healer, and
Wow.
they did that for a few sessions. So yeah, dabbled in it.
And what did you think of it?
It made the person, it left them feeling better. So that's all I cared about at the time.
It had a positive effect.
It
Yeah.
had,
Do you remember?
a positive mood effect. And even if they made claims that went beyond that, in my head, I just cared about them feeling better. That was,
That was what you cared about, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there probably is something in it. It probably does have, like, it probably doesn't have reality shifting effects, or like it doesn't have like a
I'll
miraculous
admit, I have a little bit of not PTSD. I have a trigger. So the people told me the person would be cured, and they died. So
yeah.
I think you really need to be careful when you make that kind of claim.
Absolutely.
I mean, at the time, like all the
sorry.
doctors told me, so they're like, this is like, prepare yourself. And I was like, okay. But then the healers were like, no, they're wrong. And I'm like, okay, you should maybe be a little bit more careful with that type of stuff,
Yeah. I would agree, and I'm sorry that you experienced that, but I would agree that it's one must walk into these things. Whilst I suppose if you're in that predicament, it's good to be optimistic and positive about things, I suppose. But if you're doing these things for other people, you got to respect them and not give them false hope, and lie to them, I suppose.
But also not to let your cynicism affect the person wanting to do it. So, like,
exactly.
if I don't believe in it, it doesn't therefore follow that I don't do what they wish. You know, like, what's the alternative? They just die at home watching TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I regret bringing them to the sound healing stuff.
Good man. I mean, the truth is, it did have a positive effect. It made them feel happy in that moment, and that is a good thing, isn't it? So, I mean,
and it got us out of the house, and like, there's a whole thing, right? It's meeting new people, and
yeah.
And
so this is it. It's not just, as I say, I don't think it's. I don't know if there's necessarily ground shifting, outcomes from it. But having said that, I think there may be like a domino effect. It might have a small positive effect that could open doors to other things. I mean, if it shifts your mood to feeling better, that might open up better experiences with your family and friends, those around people you meet on the street. Because it is true. Sometimes when we're in a better mood, we have better experiences. So it could do something like that. I just want to say hello to Lacey's joined the show. Lacey, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to say about what we were talking about today? Sound frequency, the power of the hertz?
Well, I will, but I just wanted to address what Brother Marcus was just talking about. Did you say that they told you that it would heal your loved one?
Yes.
Oh, see, that's really irresponsible. And I'm very sorry.
That was a long time ago, and I was young, so it I don't know. I had the intelligence enough to be like, I know that if they do end up dying, it's not on me, but I don't know. Just years later, it still kind of irks me.
Well, that definitely most likely affected you probably throughout your life. That was a traumatic event. And so it would prevent you from believing things later on.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of that makes sense. But I think what was said is that the most important thing, like, it wasn't a waste. You got out of the house. It made your loved one happy. There was hope, like, I don't know what the illness was. I was actually in the kitchen. I only caught a little bit of it. I'm sorry. But I'm sure that it was very peaceful, like even just having that hope that it could get better. I mean, if it was a terminal illness, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably knew, but they were probably happy that you were happy. You know what I mean? Thinking that it's almost like the belief in Santa Claus. I know it sounds like a little bit simple to put it that way, but it gives us just a little bit of oomph to keep going. So it's, I mean, it is a terrible thing, but at the same time, it gave you hope through that terrible situation.
Oh, well, it probably gave my loved one hope. I knew it was doomed. But like I wanted them to die happy, not
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did.
Good.
It was a good death. Yeah.
Good. And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
That's an interesting ethical thing, Brother Marcus, in general, though. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, if you walk into a palliative care ward for children, for example, I suppose like it does depend on the person. Some people, you can understand why, even though you're telling them a white lie almost, because you're saying, yeah, you're going to be okay, you're going to be okay, you know, and it makes them feel better. I mean, sometimes it would seem almost horrible to tell somebody they're not going to be okay. You know, do you get what I'm saying?
When the
Depends on the person.
When the doctors told the person, they did not have. Well, I mean, who could handle something like? There's the shock, right? And then I don't know, because like the people that said there's a sliver of hope that it could get better, I think kept them going for a little bit longer. I don't know. It is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one, and I mean, the thing I would say is, if the person is like, I'm not going to say it's an intelligence thing, right? Because it's just like opinions, isn't it? I was going to say if they're intelligent enough to know you're lying, then they're intelligent enough to know you're doing it for a good reason, you know. But it's not necessarily about intelligence, because, you know, just because someone can't spot that you're lying, it may not be an intelligence thing. It may just be, you know, they have an opinion that you could be in some way right, that things do happen, like people do miraculously get better, you know. There is that as well, you know. I mean, there are always outliers in this strange world we're in. People do make weird recoveries, you know, that are unexpected at times, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
so
like,
yeah,
going back to your sound, like it was, yeah, I went to a couple of sessions, and it was beautiful and it was nice. Yep.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to get into this again. I'm going to get into, because I used to play Gregorian chanting and stuff like that, you know, and I tried the binaural beats as well. I couldn't really get into that, but I do like that Tibetan bowl music sometimes. You know, I say sometimes. I've literally only listened to it a few times in my life, but I have I put a few meditation songs I made on AI on my channel, and I basically slowed them right down, right? And I have actually fallen asleep to those a few times. They're really relaxing. There's kind of a hypnotic effect, like they really kind of relax me. So it is something I'm going to try and embrace more, you know, in life. Is this the kind of the therapeutic effect of sound, you know, something I'm going to look into personally.
I think there's incredible therapeutic effect of music, certain types of music.
Yeah,
it could make or break my kind of day. And like, I start my day, I try with music and positive music.
Wow.
But
yeah, it's powerful. It's very powerful. And I was just saying to Divine, it's almost like it's like another version of being a human, isn't it? You know, this musical part of us we have. You know, we walk around talking to each other, but then music is this strange kind of step up or something, a step to a different place, you know. And I don't know, I don't quite know. I just find it very strange that we have this other part to ourselves, you know, that does so much, and we can't quite put it into words. It's beyond reason. It's beyond the talking part of our brain, you know, and it's so powerful. I got a Lysias Asymmetry. Hello there. How you doing?
Oh, better than last time I talked to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That's Tyler, brother. Good to have you on the show, my friend. Have you got anything to say about the hidden power of frequencies, sound, etc.?
I don't know this. I know the speed of light and the speed of sound. I mean, I don't know the formulas. I know the what are they? Sorry, was that too much? Did I speak too much?
No. You're fine, brother.
Oh, is this about psychopathy
Okay,
still?
Rewilder, that's fine. I was worried that you disappeared because you're one of the members on the channel, and I noticed you disappeared. So it's good that you're back, brother, and I appreciate your help, bro. Thank you so much. Good to have you back. Hopefully, you get your audio sorted out, Rewilder, so you can join the conversation when it suits you. JE says he agrees with us guys in the sense that music feels therapeutic to him, and he's had moments when listening to music filled him up with joy and almost felt like healing. Okay. So
May I share a story?
I don't know what Lacey's saying, but yeah, Lacey, you can talk after Divine, please.
Okay. I'm a hospice worker. I've been doing that for quite a few years now. And I was taking care of this man, and he was sitting there, as a little lethargic, felt really crappy, and he never would smile. So, upon looking around his apartment a little bit more, I realized that he was a man who was Jewish. And so I said to him, "Well, would you like to go to synagogue?" And he said, he didn't say anything specifically, his just eyes lit up, and he felt like he was alive all of a sudden, like it plugged him into a light socket. And I says, "Well, let's see if we can make this happen." I said, "Let's just put a universal prayer out there. Let's make this happen quickly and as soon as possible." 10 minutes later, his doorbell rings. 2 people are standing there from his synagogue. Well, I hauled him in the house, and we sat him down, and I says, "How can you and will you help me get him to synagogue?" And they just kind of looked at me, and they said, "Yes." I said, "When?" And they said, "How about in a couple of hours?" So they left, and I got him all shined up and ready to go. His suit and tie pins and fancy shoes and the whole 9 yards. Yes, he did have to roll in with, his wheelchair, but hey, he was getting there, and it didn't matter to him. We open up the doors, and he is the canon, the actual chanter for the synagogue. And I just melted. I started to cry because I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. The whole synagogue was filled. There wasn't any room to stand or sit. They were waiting for him to come back. It was just one of the most amazing times of my life. And you could see that his not being there was a significant blow to the whole congregation. And I'm just like so tickled to myself, I'm so tickled, I can make this happen for him. He's going to be so happy, and he'll live a little longer. And that's how it ended up working out. And, of course, I'm not one to impose my thoughts or anything on anyone. So when he came to the time when he did decide to pass away a few months later, he asked me to join his family in the front row, and he insisted. And he wanted me to be treated like family when he passed away. And what an honor! Oof, what an honor!
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a powerful story there, and it sounds like you made that guy's day, and you really gave him a wonderful experience in a very otherwise troublesome part of his life. And I've heard stories in old people's homes as well about the power of music. I mean, there's examples of people who have dementia, have lost working memory, functional memory, and even lost memory of the past. And then suddenly, when they hear a tune that from their childhood or whatever, they light up and they start dancing, and their brain starts working again. At least for the duration of that music. So that's very nice when I've seen that happen, you know.
When I bring the bowls into the nursing homes, there's a significant change in everyone's demeanor. So it's fun to be part of that. I don't do it as much as I should, and it's because people don't seem to realize that this is not a picture taking moment. Okay, I'm there to help heal the people that are there. I'm not there for any attention. I don't need pictures taken. I don't need people videoing me or my bowls. It's a sacred time, and I can't seem to get that through people's heads. So I don't do it as much as I usually used to, because people are pretty much, let's just say it real, and they are ignorant of what the whole process is and why it's being, why I do it. I don't do it for something to do. I do it to actually help the elderly people heal their physical bodies as much as they possibly can to get the longest amount of time here on the earth plane, because we need their energy here. And they keep thinking they're useless and worthless and they don't belong here. And that's not what it is. We need them here.
We need, why do you say that then, Devon? What is it exactly? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, what is it? Can you put into words exactly why we need them?
They have history that we're not being tapped into. They feel significant, so they don't share it. But when you open up the different channels through music, they start telling you stories.
That's beautiful. I just want to welcome the Mindful One who is here. Hello there. And Ruwalda says, those musical triggers are like what he calls breadcrumbs, small things that can be anything, but memories flood back. And he's great at finishing other people's sentences for some reason as well. Well, that's a strange skill of intuition there, Ruwalda. We seem to have lost. I think it was J.E. He was in the house, but he's gone. Hopefully, he comes back. But yeah, Tyler, have you got anything to say? You're being very quiet. And you've continued to take the vow of silence. That's fine. Brother Marcus, have you got anything to say at this juncture?
Yeah, just to second what Divine said about one thing. I think society does. Well, I think it depends on the society. Different society. Some societies look down or devalue elder people, but I think they shouldn't. I think there's traditionally, or at least historically, bearers of wisdom, and sharing that has value. And I think we kind of lost that. At least I've witnessed some of that anyway.
I would say you're absolutely right, and I think, in my view, one of the problems in Western civilization, at least, has been our tendency to let younger and younger people control the culture of society. You know, I know that sounds like I'm getting into being a real old fogey, but I look back, and obviously I wasn't born, but when I look back at like the 60s, 70s, even the 50s, 60s, 70s, if you look at like who was singing songs on TV and stuff, and on the radio, they weren't all like in the early 20s. You know, they weren't all teeny boppers. And even like the presenters on shows, I just think we kind of appeal now to younger people more than ever, and we let them set the agenda, perhaps, whereby I think more credence should be given to older voices in society. And why do I think that? Well, because I think there's a lot of reasons to say that that's a good idea, and that is, first of all, the brain formation. I know I bat on about that a lot, but you know, it does take time for a human brain to become fully formed in terms of having its full capacity for emotional intelligence, and also just general wisdom. You know, I like to think if someone is good natured and they've garnered enough life experience, that they'll have wisdom that they'll give out to try and help others. And I think at different stages of life, we are concerned with different things. I mean, as a younger person, I think you do have a tendency, a very young person, that is, you are more perhaps focused on trying to look good in the world, one way or another. But as you get older, perhaps you chill out a little bit more, and it's about the wider world. You're upset. You look outwards more, perhaps, and you're more concerned with trying to affect the world in a positive way than perhaps trying to make yourself be perceived as great or whatever. You're more concerned with more honorable things. I don't know. That sounds really ageist, guys. But do you get what I'm saying? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the mindful one because he's the youngest guy here. What have I said? Have I got myself into trouble there?
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. About wait, I only came in at the bit where you said that where we should let older people set the agenda. What specific agenda are you referring to?
Sorry, say that again. The mindful one.
You said that we should let older people set the agenda, but which agenda are you?
Oh, that's a good point. When I say we should. I think I don't necessarily think we should only let older people set the agenda, but we should definitely not try to dissuade them from being a central part of our cultural storytelling and just the direction of society. There was a period, it seemed, when prime ministers and presidents were getting younger and younger as well. I mean, in was it in Austria they had a 31-year-old prime minister at one point? I mean,
Wow.
here we had a 40-year-old. Like, it seemed that they were getting younger and younger. But now, obviously, then it went the other way. We've got Biden, who was maybe too far gone, unfortunately, in some ways, to be a world leader. Now we have Trump, who many would say the same thing about. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I think there is a sweet spot in a human's life, and I don't quite know what age it is, but it's a period perhaps when you've had enough life experience to make some sense, and perhaps your brain isn't being derailed by the ravaging of effects of aging. So there's this little sweet spot, and I think it depends on the person as well. It's not necessarily down to numerical age either, because it could be biological age. Everybody's different, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess that sweet spot would be like maybe like from the mid to late 30s to like the mid 50s or so, I guess.
It
Maybe.
could be even old. It could be older now. I mean, we're living longer. Maybe we're healthier. I don't know. But there is speculation that although we're living longer, we're not necessarily healthier. We're just being we're just able to deal with our symptoms. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a study recently that suggested that I guess intelligence is on the decline. I think Brother Marcus, he posted about it, I think.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Brother
So
Marcus.
they're saying
Sorry.
that our basic intelligence abilities are declining, like reading, math, comprehension, concentration, all of these things are on the decline, sadly.
Yeah, absolutely, Brother Marcus. Did you want to? You shared that on your community posts there, didn't you, during the week?
Yeah, I feel like awkward to be mentioned because like Steve also posted it before I did. But yeah, there was I think 2, maybe 3 different because I guess there was like a study done and multiple places posted about it. Yeah, less people studying, reading. It's kind of like the things we've always all known, people using social media and it's going to have an impact, less attention spans. We're all on YouTube for a reason.
Yeah.
So,
Rewilder says, listen to your elders and respect their wisdom if they are of sound mind and spirit. Rewilder agrees. He says we've all taken on short attention spans to some extent. Yeah. It does seem that way.
Audiobooks, and I think I may have made a mistake because even my attention. So I used to like read text a lot, and And I going about my day, doing about my chores, like I put on an audiobook, and now I feel like maybe I've gotten too addicted to that.
Well,
That
maybe as long as you kind of still take the time to read.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I personally like my audiobooks, and I like speeding them up now. I can play them on 2.75 now.
Oh, snap. That's another level.
Yeah. And although 2.40 I like as well. But I have listened to some at 2.75, and I've just managed to take it in.
Wait, do you do that with YouTube as well?
No, YouTube. It depends on the person, and I do generally play it at two. I generally play it like you can generally play at two times the speed on YouTube, and you generally get away with it. But sometimes it's like 1.5. Yeah, as I say, if it's not that long a video, I'll generally listen to it at normal speed. But if it's quite a long video, then I'll have to speed it up.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I usually listen to that 2 times speed. I mean, 1.1.
It depends. Again, if it's an enjoyable subject or whatever, then and I like the channel or whatever, then I might just listen to it as kind of at a leisurely pace. Isn't that really bad? I'm calling a normal pace leisurely. Oh my god! But yeah. Anyway, the truth is, everyone has different talking speeds. So some people do talk really slow as well, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like that. I like that sometimes. It's relaxing. It's also shows, I think, that the person's really thinking about it, or even that they're perhaps struggling to talk about what they're thinking about, which is good as well sometimes, because it shows that, that it's a difficult subject and it needs contemplation, But yeah.
Well, going back to the topic of the stream, I would say, but
Rewilder says he wore headphones almost every waking hour for almost 11 years. And it would drive anybody daft, but noise from a flat above was often really bad. Yeah, so that was his way of coping. I don't blame you, Rewilder. Sorry, Jay, you were saying?
I was just gonna say, with respect to the topic of the stream, it, like I said in the comments, there's been times when I listen to music and it almost felt like I was tapping into some other dimension or something with how it felt, and how how the melodies and the sounds made me feel. It felt, and a lot of times very healing and therapeutic and stuff. So I don't know, there's just something about sound and music that just it almost seems like we as humans are almost tapping into some other dimension or something when we play it or listen to it. I don't know what it is, but it seems almost metaphysical,
It does seem that way, but it is also interesting to think about the fact that we are descended from animals that didn't have words, that they literally did just communicate with sound frequencies that weren't linguistic, and it is interesting to think about that and how we evolved from them, and it just shows that we come from, and we still are, beings that have an emotional response to sound frequencies, whether it's word or not, and there is a power there beyond what is able to be written down, is the musical, there's a melodic power beyond linguistic abilities.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
When
don't know what it is, but sorry, go ahead.
when people use the term healing, what does it mean within the context of sound healing?
That's a good question. I guess that's something for Divine to answer.
Yeah.
Everybody has whatever level of healing that they already have within their body. When you play certain types of music, the body raises to a different frequency than it was previous to when the music started. They say that music is a universal language for a reason, because it connects with our past, present, and futures. And it just the feeling of the music as it's being played brings us to a place of comfort and joy and ultimate love. And when you're in that, you feel it, you believe it, you walk it, you talk it. And that's all it is. It's just, it brings out the aspect of where you may be hiding behind some things and not wanting to walk through some shadow work that needs to be done, or just just want to be pissy mood that day, or whatever your situation might be. But when you play music, it brings out the other more gentle, loving, kind, and tender side of you. And that's when you're allowing the healing to come through at that point. The physical body can be healed, always wants to be. And as long as you give it the opportunity, it will do so. When you hinder, like some people purposely don't listen to music because they know it's good for them, and they're just that's just who they are. Because I have known myself through time, in losing my partner specifically, I can give you that one-on-one thing, that idea. I refused to listen to any music at all after he passed away. And I was specifically a certain type of music I refused to listen to. And everyone kept saying, "Oh, you're not doing that anymore. You're not doing it." I said, in this moment, I'm not doing any music. I said, I need to give my body time to do what it's got to do to understand this whole process and why he had to go, and be all like about it. And when I gave my body the chance to do that, I was able to start listening to music a little bit at a time as I wanted to hear it, and not as it was being thrown at me per se. So I was able to heal aspects of myself that I before wasn't ready to do so. So when you, especially me in my situation, when I held my music back from me, it helped me to realize that I'm more than just the music, that it's okay to present aspects of who I am other than the music. And so I'm approaching the music now as more of a healing modality for myself and others who choose to be part of that, rather than me putting out a song, people hearing it and clapping after. I don't need the accolades. I had my 15 minutes of fame, and I don't need that validation.
Okay, thank you, Divine. I tell you what, guys, we're just going to share something on chanting. I found a little obscure channel here, so we'll see what she says. Sorry if it's not good. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we'll see. Can you see that? This is, who is this? Helen Colgan. I'll subscribe because I don't want a copyright strike, so I'm giving her the credit. Let's see what she says.
I'm just drawn to share. This week, the second week of school, full week, we're back into the full routine, lunches, school activities, homework. And what's been really powerful for me is listening to the kids and tuning in with the newness of a new teacher, a new classroom. Particularly, it's Thursday already of the second week. And the activities, they know when their PE is, they know what's going on, golden time, cozy corner. So they're just getting used to it all. And particularly what's helped me as a mum is the chant. So OM, and then tuning into the O and then the M. So I'm getting the kids to do some nice deep breaths, slowly in and slowly out, and then for as long as the breath will carry, and then continue. Do for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even for 1 or 2, you'll just notice the difference in the kids. And then finish with some nice deep breathing. It's so powerful. It actually activates the vagus nerve. One of my favorite things to work on through the feet. in reflexology is the vagus nerve. It just brings the body into deep relaxation. And you can do it by doing the Om chant also. So OM. Enjoy.
Thank you very much to that lady. Brother Marcus, we seem to have lost you. Did we lose Brother Marcus? Hopefully he makes a comeback. Yes, Brother Scott says, this is a great channel. Great folks here. A1 guys. Lovely to have you with us, Scott. Welcome to the crew. And Brother Marcus left, but I'm sure he's doing something. He's still here. Rewilder says he's got to go in 2 minutes. Lights out. Okay, Rewilder. Well, I think, to be honest with you, I'll be going soon as well. But guys, I'm not going to lie. When I was listening to that lady going on, I actually found it therapeutic, even though I don't know who this person was. Hello to Yerf Dogs. I don't know who she was, but the Om relaxed me. What did you think of that, Divine? When she said Om, it had some weird effect positively on me. What about you? Divine, we can't hear you if you are talking. If nobody's talking, then that's fine.
I didn't have any connection with it. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Well, I mean, I was going to say we could do an experiment, and I don't mind making an Egypt of myself and saying Om and seeing if I feel better. If you want to join with me, Divine, please do. Would you like to join in with me for this weird social experiment? You've muted yourself, so I'm going to take that as a sign that you're reluctant to do so. And you did say you're shy, so yeah, I'll give you. I'm not going to pressurize you. So I will do 5 Oms just to see how it feels. I am trying to stimulate my vagus nerve. Apparently, that's what it does, and apparently, it induces a feeling of well-being and contentment. It improves your sense of, well-being. So let's have a go, shall we? And yeah, I'll do an Om for you, just for you guys. Now, forgive me, I am just getting over a head cold, and I've realized it did actually have an impact on me as I did do that. But I will try again. Maybe I move that up. One more. And you know what? That's all I'm going to do. But being your little experiment monkey there, just for you, I have to say that did feel weirdly beneficial. And dare I say it, so I might do some more omming in my own spare time. I don't know if I'll do it in front of people, even though I just did it on the internet. But it's something I I might try and do. No bullshit. I will try and do omming in future. I will om. It makes a difference compared to my nom. You know, like eating. So I will om instead of nom when I'm feeling stressed. And yeah, there we go. Divine Hazel, you don't have to om, but you can tell me what do you think of this omming thing? Are you going to do it, or do you do it yourself? You are muted, by the way. And Yerf Dogs even joined in. We have Brother Marcus is back. Brother Marcus, sorry about that, imposing my omming on you. But I have to say, personally, I found it very, very relieving.
I like DNW ASMR.
Yeah. So now, Tyler, are you there, brother? Tyler is being very
Yes,
quiet.
fuck you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fuck you, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, brother Tyler. Now Tyler is one of the frequenters on this channel, and I do forgive him for his outbursts because it's Tyler. But Tyler's still here. Tyler, would you like to do a bit of omming? Tyler.
I don't know. The O was for Brahma, the U was for Preserver, and the M was for Shiva, the Vishnu, and the Creator.
Okay, brother Tyler. Thank you for that, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you next time, brother Tyler. And brother Marcus, I don't know where Divine Hazel went.
Where'd everybody go?
I don't know. It's the power of the Om. Maybe it relaxed them so much they went to bed for a lie down. But anyway, we've cleared them out, unfortunately. Divine Hazel, if you want to come back, please do. Be nice to hear your thoughts, your closing remarks. But I think, guys, we will close up shop, I actually have something to do. I've got to get up very early in the morning, and I've got to prepare some stuff before I do go to bed. So
well, thank you for the live stream.
Well, you're very welcome, brother. And I genuinely will be doing some OMs. I don't know about you, brother Marcus. Will you? Well, I dare to ask, will you be doing a few OMs in your spare time at moments of stress?
I'll be listening to some healing music.
Good stuff. Well, that's good that we can find another cope to put on the list of trying to get through this hellscape reality whilst retaining some positivity and, dare I say it, increasing our well-being. So I suppose we'll leave it there, folks. Well, I'll say good night for now, and I'll let brother Marcus give the closing remarks, and then I'll play the outro.
Oh, no. Well, pip pip cheerio. That's my closing remark.
Okay. And well, I tell you what, that's your closing remark, brother Marcus. But we got Divine Hazel. Divine, you're gonna have to. She's back, but I'll let her give her closing remarks, and then we'll shut down. Divine, you're gonna have to connect your microphone, love. We are waiting for Divine Hazel. Yes, she's back. Divine Hazel, we are closing down for the night. We'll be back on Friday, everybody. So make sure you have your notifications on. Click the bell, okay? And please come back on Friday where we'll be doing a deep dive into UFOs again, because that's what you guys asked for. So there you go. Divine, you have the position of giving the closing remarks for the show now. We thought it was brother Marcus, but now it's you, Divine. So you can close us up for the night.
No, he can do it after I'm done. That would be nice.
He's already gone. He already said. Goodbye.
All right, I got kicked totally off the internet and out of the show.
Weird.
Because my internet must have crashed at some point or something.
Okay.
So, I think that we should do this again, more planned. I'll have the 14 bowls out.
Mm-hmm.
And other people can join in and participate in it if they want to. I think it would be fun to do it in a more thorough way rather than, just to find quickly,
Are you saying the show was overly haphazard? Because I think it was.
No, I'm just saying it would have been wonderful to have more participants and more fun with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. Do you know what? It's weird because we didn't get many viewers tonight, but I think it's a very interesting topic personally. There was some stuff there that I found very interesting, and I think I would like to personally, go into it further. So yeah, Divine will definitely do that at some point, and we will obviously be trying to get your help on the matter, considering you're one of the experts here.
Yeah, and hopefully the weather will be participating with us because this kicked me out 2 or 3 times tonight. So
yes. Divine, one moment before you give the closing remarks, we have a newcomer who just came and went. If you're there, Theory, you can come back. Brother Marcus says his internet connection has been intermittent as well tonight. A problem with his modem or service provider, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know who that was that joined, but whoever it was, we're closing down now. So you've only got a few seconds to come back and try and say what it is you feel the need to say, whatever it is. Oh, they're back. Theory, you're on the show. Hello there.
Yeah, I'm tripping, man.
Okay,
I'm
brother.
schismatic though. I'm not. I denounce my schizophrenia, all right, and I denounce ever being a part of the exploring antinatalism associate, all right.
Well, listen, Theory, quadruple hell, peace be upon you, and may you have a lovely, relaxing rest, and come back next time we speak, full of well-being and contentment. So thank you very much. Take care, brother. Yeah.
Yep.
Bye. Divine Hazel, would you like to give the closing remarks for the show?
I really don't know what to say, except it was fun and I really enjoyed being here. Each show is different, and I appreciate that because you never get bored on this channel. And thank you for providing the platform that we all get a chance to share little aspects of who we are.
Well, that's really very nice of you to say. And on that note, I think we'll leave it there. Divine Hazel, hopefully you'll be back on Friday when we'll be talking about UFOs, but we will do one of these shows in more detail, leaning on your expertise on sound healing at some point in the near future. So thank you very much for participating today. And thank you to everybody who joined in and helped us over the line. It's greatly appreciated. We are moving towards Gnosis. Thank you very much.
Truth is fleeting, shadows call. We search for meaning, we question all. The path is winding, the veil is thin. Beyond illusion, let the journey begin. Seeking knowledge, breaking chains. Through the echoes, through the pain. One more question, one more spark. We chase the light inside the dark. Voices whisper, thoughts collide. Truths are hidden deep inside. The world's a riddle, a shifting dream. Reality isn't what it seems. Seeking knowledge, breaking chains. Through the echoes, through the pain. One more question, one more spark. We chase the light inside the dark. Until next time, keep your mind wide. Stay curious and let wisdom guide you. Let us hope we each seek what we're meant to find. Make Gnosis bring you peace of mind. Until next time, keep your mind wide. Stay curious and let wisdom guide you. Let us hope we each seek what we're meant to find. Make Gnosis peace of mind.